On the bloody Eastern Front of World War II, some of the most brutal battles in human history took place. In this massive global conflict, the Soviet Red Army relied exceptionally heavily on specialized snipers. Their main tactical mission was to spread constant terror among German soldiers and eliminate high-ranking officers. The best Soviet snipers achieved truly unbelievable and chilling results under harsh conditions. They became celebrated heroes in their country and the worst nightmares of their enemies, capable of stopping entire advances. In this video series, based on official wartime statistics, we will count down the top 10 most effective and feared Soviet snipers of World War II. Let us begin this exciting countdown with number 10. Who stands as the most famous legendary figure in sniper history? Number 10. Vasily Zaitsev. Born in 1915 in the Ural region, he learned how to shoot at a very young age by hunting wolves with his grandfather. Zaitsev achieved international fame in the ruins of Stalingrad in late 1942. He was an exceptionally cold-blooded marksman who could wait for his target without moving for hours in freezing weather. He developed new tactical methods that were later taught widely to other soldiers. In a very short time, he achieved 242 confirmed kills, including 11 of the German military's own highly skilled snipers. His most famous engagement was a long duel against a German master sniper, which later inspired a popular Hollywood movie. Zaitsev suffered a severe eye injury during the war, but managed to recover fully and survive the conflict, passing away much later in the year 1991. Number 9. Lyudmila Pavlichenko. Born in 1916 in Ukraine, she practiced competitive shooting as a young student. When Germany invaded the Soviet Union, she refused to become a nurse and demanded to join the combat troops. Pavlichenko instantly showed exceptional talent and nerves of steel during the heavy sieges of Odessa and Sevastopol, spreading immense terror among the enemy soldiers on the battlefield. She achieved an incredible 309 confirmed kills, which included 36 highly skilled German snipers. The German forces, terrified of her accuracy, called her Lady Death after being seriously wounded. She was evacuated and became the first Soviet citizen to visit the U.S. White House. Pavlichenko survived the war, finished her education to become a historian, and lived as a respected hero until her death in 1974. Number 8. Semen Nomakonov. Born in 1900 in Siberia, he belonged to the indigenous Evenk people of the region. Nomakonov lived most of his life in the wilderness as a professional hunter, which taught him the absolute skills of camouflage and tracking. In the Red Army, he was nicknamed the Sorcerer. He used traditional methods in combat, such as horsehair and special footwear, to move completely silently. Nomakonov achieved a total of 367 confirmed kills during the war. Unlike most others, he refused to use a telescopic sight, relying only on the open iron sights of his rifle. He kept track of his hits by burning symbols into his pipe. A dot meant a regular soldier, and a cross meant an officer. He was wounded 8 times but survived to return to Siberia, where he passed away later in 1973. Number 7. Stepan Petrenko. Born in 1922 in Ukraine, he worked in agriculture before the outbreak of the global conflict. When the Nazis invaded his homeland, Petrenko joined the Red Army and quickly proved to be a natural sniper. He became one of the most feared figures on the Eastern Front, specializing in eliminating enemy machine gunners and high-ranking officers from extremely long distances. Petrenko achieved an impressive 422 confirmed kills during the war. His nerves of steel and ability to blend into the landscape for weeks made him a living legend among his troops. For his service, he was awarded the country's highest military honor, Hero of the Soviet Union, in 1944. Petrenko survived the war and later returned to his homeland after peace was declared, living until 1984. Number 6. Vasily Golosov. Born in 1911 in Russia, he worked in a local factory before the war. Golosov was an exceptional leader on the front lines, eventually rising to the rank of Guards Lieutenant. He was not only a master marksman himself, but he also established his own sniper school on the front line. He taught young soldiers how to survive and how to read enemy movements in the battlefield ruins. Golosov officially achieved 422 confirmed kills, sharing the exact statistic with Petrenko. What makes his record terrifying is that it included 70 of the German military's own snipers. However, Golosov's story took a tragic turn as he was killed in action during heavy fighting in late 1943. He was posthumously awarded the title Hero of the Soviet Union as a final tribute to his bravery. Number 5. Fyodor Oklovkov. Born in 1908 in Yakutia, Siberia, he worked as a hunter and miner before the war. When the Nazis invaded, Oklovkov joined the military alongside his brother, who was tragically killed in battle soon after. This tragedy drove him to swear revenge. He initially served as a machine gunner, but his exceptional accuracy was quickly noticed, and he was reassigned to serve as a specialized sniper. Oklovkov officially achieved 429 confirmed kills during the war. His story is an incredible tale of survival, as he was severely wounded on the front lines 12 times, but returned to combat every single time. He was awarded the Hero of the Soviet Union medal much later, in 1965. Oklovkov survived all his hardships and lived a peaceful life in his homeland, until his death in the year 1968. Number 4. Mikhail Budenkov. Born in 1919 in a small Russian village, he worked as a mechanic before starting his military career. Budenkov joined the Red Army in 1941 and quickly rose to become the most feared marksman of the 9th Guards Rifle Division. He was well known on the battlefields for his exceptional cold blood and his unique ability to operate completely alone behind enemy lines under harsh conditions. Budenkov achieved 437 confirmed kills with his sniper rifle by the end of the war. In addition to this fierce number, he was such a versatile soldier that he eliminated about 100 enemy troops using a regular machine gun in direct combat. He was awarded the title Hero of the Soviet Union in 1945. Budenkov survived the capture of Berlin and lived a long life after the conflict, passing away in 1995. Number 3. Ivan Kolbertinov. Born in 1917 in Yakutia, Siberia, he belonged to the indigenous Evenk people, just like Nomokonov. He made his living as a reindeer herder and hunter, which made him a master tracker. When he joined the Red Army in 1941, his skills were noticed immediately. Kolbertinov was famous for his lightning-fast shots and his ability to move completely silently through difficult terrain on the front lines. In a short time, he achieved an incredible 489 confirmed kills. Enemy soldiers feared him so much that German officers warned their men not to move outside in his area of operation. He survived several dangerous battles and returned to the Siberian forests after the war to continue his traditional way of life. Kolbertinov lived as a respected hunter and war veteran until his death in the year 1993. Number 2. Nikolai Ilyan, born in 1922 in a Russian village. He volunteered for the Red Army immediately after the outbreak of the Great War. Ilyan quickly became one of the most feared and effective marksmen on the Eastern Front. He achieved great fame particularly in the heavy battles of Kursk and Stalingrad, where he caused massive damage to enemy lines. He received the highest military honor after reaching his first 200 kills. He gathered a total of 494 confirmed kills in his record before his fateful day. However, Ilyan's story ended tragically as he was killed in action during intense combat in late 1943. He had been awarded the title Hero of the Soviet Union during his lifetime, and his sniper rifle is now displayed in a museum in Moscow as a tribute to one of the most effective and feared marksman of all time in history. Number 1. Ivan Sidorenko. Born in 1919 in Russia, he studied art before being drafted into the military. Sidorenko was officially the most effective and successful Soviet sniper of the entire World War II. Rising to the rank of captain, he became famous for his exceptional tactical intelligence. He did not only shoot himself, but he also planned complex ambushes and led entire specialized sniper units against enemy forces. Sidorenko achieved an incredible 500 confirmed kills on the front lines. In addition, he used special incendiary bullets, with which he successfully destroyed 3 enemy supply trucks and 1 tank. He also trained over 250 new sniper students for the Red Army during the war. He was awarded the Hero of the Soviet Union title in 1944. Sidorenko survived the conflict and lived until 1994. These 10 legendary Soviet snipers prove how massive and terrifying a role individual marksmen played in the brutal battles of the Eastern Front. Their incredible statistics and stories of survival continue to fascinate historians even today. Which of them do you think was the most impressive sniper? Leave a comment below, like the video, and subscribe to the channel for more historical top 10 countdowns. Thank you for watching.